So I had a few other questions. One of the ones that popped up, dude said, what's the best way to protect yourself? I'm assuming from her stepping out, how to dominate the situation and be able to move on quickly to the next one. I'll take this in two questions. So what's the best way to protect yourself? What is the best way to protect yourself from a woman stepping out on you? You really can't. You really can't. There's no, like, there's death and taxes. I can assure you of death and taxes. Let's use the word probabilities. You know, the word that I've heard George Gammon use a lot. Let's use probabilities. There's probabilities. If you're a bum, if you're incompetent, if you're insignificant, if you can't hold a job, if you're like, if you do nothing but sit around and watch sports 247 with Cheeto dust on your clothes, getting fat, doing nothing with her or the kids or any of that stuff, and she improves, she becomes like a better version of herself. She's sexy, you know, she just lost all the baby weight. She now has a job of her own. She's making loads of money, making more money than you perhaps. Women will untie the knot. Okay. So the probability is high if she is better than you, you know, if she can do better than you, if she has options, right? So there's that too. Like, I've seen miserable people stay together in a marriage, and she won't leave the guy because she's just a wreck. She's just a wreck. She's not good looking. She's just a slob, out of shape, unattractive. Like, she's not going to do better than the guy that's, you know, locking himself in a bedroom, depressed all the time, right? Because she has to have options, you know, she just can't leave, you know, she's got to have options. So there's that. The second part to that is, so sorry, let's finish up with the probabilities. So be the best version of yourself. That's all that it boils down to. Be as influential, as competent, have good game, make lots of money, you know, have an interesting life, have a good social network. You know, basically men want to be you and women want to bang you. You put yourself in that position, you can hit the road running, right? Even if you have chosen to be monogamous to her and only be with her and she steps out on you, yeah, it's going to hurt you for a little bit. But in a week or two, go find a couple of 25-year-old twins, tie them up in your bedroom and have some fun, right? Reindulge. That's how you move on quickly. So his question was how to dominate the situation, be able to move on quickly to the next one. It's just having options. And the only way that you're going to have options and be able to move on is if you're a top shelf guy. Because then you look at it like, dummy, and then you move on, right? Because you're a top shelf guy. Maybe she got duped by some loser. Maybe she thought the other guy was better than you and he turned out to be married or something like that. Who the hell knows? Does it matter? No, none of those things matter. This next guy said, it's a very relatable topic because cheating from a trusted woman demolishes a man's ego. Absolutely. And given the state endangers his life. So women can manipulate the state. So I'm going to be talking tomorrow about Brian Johnson's $9 million lawsuit. Again, I mentioned this at the start. It's on the Entrepreneurs and Cars channel. Be on it live at 10:30, talking about that a little bit. Most men in the West don't know what's at stake. Your idea of love, of a mate, and ability to love. You have no idea. Most guys have no idea. Most guys are plugged in betas, all drunk on the Kool-Aid, happy wife, happy life, you know, till death do us part. I love her. She touched my pee-pee. She's never going to leave me, sort of thing. Most guys are like their heads buried in the sand. And then your freedom and your properties, and that's what women cheating will do to you. Right? That's what they'll do. There's women today that were married to top shelf men that are getting alimony, that even though they're with a new guy that they love and they want to marry, they won't marry them because they're getting more money in alimony being unmarried. So as soon as they marry the new guy, they lose that alimony. In some cases, it's $20,000, $40,000 a month. Why would they give up $20,000 to $40,000 a month or more to marry some guy that they happen to like a lot when he can't provide her that monthly income? It's heinous. It's heinous. It's evil that women can do that, right? But that's family law. That's how it works. Is it possible to keep the relationship alive when a partner cheats but apologize afterwards? That's a yes and no answer. I'm going to say no if a woman steps out because it's betrayal. I'm going to say yes if a man cheats because it can just be exercise. Unless he falls in love with her and starts treating her like a girlfriend, you know, like a wife, taking vacations. The key thing that usually causes problems is if she's biblically embarrassed. Random woman, I don't know if you guys saw Vikings, right? But there was a scene where Ragnar Lothbrok ends up going to another town, bangs this chick, this princess or whatever. You know, she basically rapes him essentially. But anyway, bangs her. She ends up getting pregnant. He doesn't know. He leaves, goes back to was it Catacat or whatever, to his blonde wife, and you know, this woman shows up later with his baby. The embarrassment is something that women can't do. So you can't embarrass her, right? Don't bring home a disease. Don't embarrass her. Don't treat her like a girlfriend. Those are usually the main things. It's just treat it like exercise. Treat it like variety. That's it. So some women don't like that. Fine. You know, that's a boundary that they set. If they want to bounce on a good guy that's, you know, stepped out and still loves you and wants to maintain something, that's fine for them. You know, they can do it. I don't think men should take women back if they step out. I think that the betrayal, once you understand what it is and the significance of it, is too much to ever get over again. I've seen people try to do it. I think I tried to do it at least once. It never works out. It never works out. So, you know, that old notion that comes from, you know, the red pill, where they say, you know, never take an ex back. It's like, you know, going to the curb and like, you know, rummaging through your garbage pile sort of thing. People see you do it. It never works. And what you think has value really doesn't have any value, because you can always do better. Like, there's so many other women out there that will see you as your best option, that will lust for you, that will have genuine burning desire continuously, you know, without any phase. So there's that. How to set boundaries with stuff like male friends, work friends, girls' night out without being controlling, possessive. So this is something that you have to deal with early on. You can't deal with this. I mean, here's a big problem. Guys will go through 5-10 years of a relationship. Things aren't going well. They come to my shit and they're like, oh, she's got male friends. Oh, she goes out for dinner with a work husband. Oh, she's going to Vegas for girls' night, you know, like weekend, or she's going out like every, you know, couple months for girls' night out or some stuff and getting all dressed up. Huh. I'm starting to understand what's going on. How do I correct this behavior? It's very hard. You're going to have a hard time setting boundaries with a chick that's walked all over you for 5 to 10 years. And you all of a sudden want to do like, well, I don't take women seriously that have male friends. Very easy to do when you're dating. If you're spinning plates, you know, you're looking for a girlfriend, let's say, the strategy really is date a bunch of women simultaneously in a non-monogamous fashion, have your fun, let the cream rise to the top. The cream will be the one that comes to you, or the ones that come to you and say, Rich, where do we stand? I dig your vibe. I want to claim you. I don't want to share you. Where's this going? Blah, blah, blah. That's when you do the awesome. But I have to tell you this, I can't take a chick seriously that keeps male friends around. I mean, you know, I can't have you going out to dinner with your ex-fiance from 2 years ago because you're just friends, right? Because nobody fucks more wives and girlfriends than he's just a friend. So yeah, you need to set those boundaries. You need to set the boundaries around girls' night out, you know, stuff like that. Girls' night, turn it into a coffee in the morning. Go out with your girlfriends and have your coffee. But if your chick wants to go to Vegas or Nashville or Miami for a weekend, or Cancun or Ibiza or Mykonos, you know, with her friends on a trip, then all you have to do is say early on, I don't take women seriously that, you know, go out with girlfriends and behave like they're single. I just don't. I'm, you know, like, you want to claim me, you want a relationship with me, then there's this boundary around this relationship to preserve it and protect it. I can't have you betraying me. You know, it's about the extent of what you need to say. That's it. But as far as, you know, dealing with them after you've been together for a while, very hard to do. So I wish you luck with that. It's generally probably falling apart anyway. So when you start setting boundaries, she's not going to like it. It's not often that, you know, women will be like, well, I've walked all over this guy for 7 years, but all of a sudden he doesn't want me to have male friends, or I can't have a work husband, or I can't go to Vegas, you know, with my friends like once a year or some shit like that. You think she's going to modify her behavior for that guy that she's seen as a beta? All of a sudden he's trying to become an alpha male? No, probably not going to happen. Another one I got over here is an open relationship. So this is all in the description of the video, by the way. Is an open relationship marriage situation okay after a cheating or betrayal? What usually ends up happening when these women open up the marriage or the relationship after cheating is they just go around fucking a bunch of dudes. And this guy now thinks that he's going to have some action, but it's very hard for guys to get laid. See, this is what people don't understand. They're like, well, if men can do it, why can't women do it too? How hard is it for a guy to get laid? It's not easy. It's not. You have to be captivating. You have to have game. You have to know something, right? Whereas women, she could literally walk up to any dude, say, I'm horny, let's bang. And the vast majority would be like, all right, where? Right? It's very, very easy for women. It's very difficult for guys, especially dorks that have been betrayed by a woman. They're self-confident, is now in the toilet. They don't have a strong opinion of themselves. She's now got like a hall pass to do whatever the hell she wants. So she's running around getting a train run on her. You're probably not even sleeping with her anymore. And you're just the guy paying all the bills, maybe babysitting the kids while she goes out salsa dancing with her friends, banging Jorge in the bathroom or something like that, right? He goes on to say, as means of a strategy of working things out, or just better to just be finished. Yeah, just be finished. Now, if you have kids, I mean, it's up to you. Like, I'll be absolutely honest with you. It's terrible when parents part ways and the kids don't have access to both parents on a very frequent basis. So some people stay together for the kids, and then they'll just have, a boyfriend, and, he'll have a girlfriend sort of thing, and they just sort of like share the house. That's one way that I've seen some people do it. Having children together is a recent example to try and work things out. Look, not if she's banging other dudes. Because again, women can't, I mean, they do it. It's not that they can't do it, but women can't indiscriminately share their bodies with loads of dudes. A little piece of her soul dies off when she does this, right? It's just not good. It's not good, right? People get mad at me. They say, well, Rich, will you encourage guys to indulge? Well, yeah. Women aren't pure anymore, right? What? I'm going to tell guys to sit around and pick their nose and not do anything and not indulge or not participate. Women have been doing it forever, right? Now, you can decide what you want to do. If you want to find somebody, young and pure, if you want to have a family, there's lots of options, to contemplate and stuff like that. But no, to this guy's point about an open relationship or an open marriage, I mean, it's usually her going out on the weekend banging alphas while you're sitting around doing nothing, watching sports or playing video games or something. I really hope you guys enjoyed that clip. If you want to watch the full-length podcast, you can find that over here, that clip's from. If you're newer to the channel, make sure you hit subscribe over here, and pin down below in the top comment, you'll find a bunch of useful links to my website, my supplement line, books, and a bunch of other stuff. Have an amazing day. Peace out.